Alright, back on Grandpa's R again. So I think last night's video I showed we had about almost 20 pounds of oil pressure cranking with just the battery. I did go ahead and get the, I don't know if I had it just tight last night when I made that video or not, but got the side plate on, put the muffler on, made sure all the oil lines are good and tight. And over here on this side, got the fuel line hooked back up. I just cleaned up the old plugs, put the plug wires back on. There's been guys asking in the past about putting an alternator on an R or Z or whatever. This is kind of what I did. Still using this. Guess it doesn't want to focus. What's going on there? Hold on a minute. Is it going to focus? What's it doing there? Let's focus there. Oh, all right, we're back in focus. So, kind of what I did, if it'll focus and stuff, I slotted out. I think this is the factory bracket right here, but I slotted the holes so I can move it forward. I don't know, however much I moved it forward. Big long bolt through it. So that we got smooth. You don't want to use all thread or anything like that where the aluminum body of the alternator is riding on threads. So smooth there. Custom cut length of pipe as a spacer, big nut on the end, and then I custom made this tensioner. Where is it? Tensioner bracket here, and basically it's. So it's a piece of flat steel bolted up here to the fan bracket that comes out, with another piece welded on at a 90 coming up, and then another piece of flat that comes over with a bend in it. As you can see, there's a kind of a dog leg in it. If I was going to make another one of these, I would make this length about 3/4 of an inch. This length here about 3/4 of an inch shorter, so that this is more straight. And I might maybe use angle iron instead of flat stock so that it's not so bendy, but this works. I say it worked great for probably 20 years. Anyway, I pulled the alternator off because I thought, well, I got it this far apart, let's get the alternator checked out. But anyway, we're all hooked back up, everything's back together. Well, mostly. Things left to do. Water pump, gotta get the water pump back on. Valve covers, gotta get those back on. I'm holding off on that because with this engine design, there's copper lines that run up and over and back down on both blocks. Probably see it up in there, right there. So pressurized oil goes up and over, and then there's nails right above each of the valves, and the purpose of those, the oil goes up through, the nails are actually poked through that copper line. The pressurized oil actually runs down. It's kind of supposed to drip. Some of mine drip, some of them run. This one here, I'm not sure it's doing anything yet. Still gonna work on it yet. And they're supposed to have a little. Oh, I just knocked it off. Anyway, there's supposed to be a little felt piece on there, and this one back here wasn't running much oil either. It looks kind of nasty. But I want to make sure I'm getting valves oiled. But I say I gotta put those on, the valve covers on. When I do that, then that's gonna be a problem. I may have to take this oil line back off so I can get all this, because that needs to go up there like that, and right there needs to go over here like that and stuff. Yeah, water pump, upper water, and then I gotta fill the hydraulic reservoir. But so one of the things I've always liked about this tractor, besides the fact it was my grandfather's tractor and I'm like third generation that owns it, you just turn the switch on and just like that, she's off and running. But the water and radiator, that's running long enough. Yeah, so a few finishing touches and yeah, this bad boy